this week. Hi friends, welcome back to another video. It is so good to see you. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a grocery haul and a restock and possibly some decorating, maybe a little bit of cleaning. Today is going to be a very tiring day. It is 11:20 at this moment and we are getting ready to head out. We have to go 2 towns over to Wal Mart to get groceries. Because the Walmart that's closest to us, they're out of stock of a lot of things. So I'm also going to be doing this with a 7-month-old, which makes it a little bit more challenging, but we're just going to take our time and not get frustrated with one another, and we're going to have a good day. But this is going to be a large grocery haul, just because we need toilet paper and like freezer bags and, you know, other things like that as well. But before we head out, I did want to just go ahead and go over my meal plan for the week. And then that way when we get back, we could just jump right into the grocery haul. So I just write out my meal plan on these sheets. I get these off of Amazon, and they're magnetic and you can just stick them on the refrigerator, and then you can put your shopping list here and take that with you if you want to, but I don't typically. I write it on a just large piece of paper. So for lunches, I'm going to look for some chicken salad and try to have that for lunch this week. I don't know if I want to make any myself because David's not going to eat it, so you know, I may just get some pre-made stuff and then we'll just have leftovers for lunch this week. Nothing in particular. But last night, because tonight is Tuesday, we had pork chops and sausages in the freezer, and these were good until April, so I just wanted to get them out and use them up. So we had that. Tonight I'm going to make something very simple, tacos. We're going to have baked barbecue chicken and a vegetable. David's father is going to come eat with us, so we'll have a meatloaf with Sister Schubert roll, slaw, mashed potatoes, and green beans one night. And oh, he'll want peas also. We're going to have meatball spaghetti because I have some meatballs that I need to use up in the freezer, and David loves it when I make it like that. This brunch actually needs to be here on Saturday. That's going to be like pancake, sausage, bacon, you know, all the fixings on that. And then, so I've got that in the wrong spot, but grilled chicken and vegetables. I've got a recipe for Mexican chicken and rice, so I've got some cheese coming from that we're going to try. We'll just do like chili dogs, slaw dogs one night. We'll get some hot dogs for that. And then I do have stuff to make cheeseburgers and fries one night if we need to do that. And then moving on to the following week, and all of these don't have to be in one particular order, just whatever, whenever, but I have ingredients for all of these things I can make. Stuffed shells, David loves these. We don't make them often, but I'm going to make those. Probably have tacos again. I got a recipe for a chicken Havarti dish. I'm excited to try this. Probably make a pot of chili and do like chili cheese baked potatoes one night, grilled chicken and vegetables. We've got some salmon in the freezer that needs to be used up, as well as some sweet potatoes, so we'll probably cook that one night, do the sweet potatoes in the air fryer or something. And then we can do, I've got some chicken tortilla soup that I froze, and so we can just thaw that out and eat that at some point. And then baked barbecue chicken and vegetables again. So that's just some of the things over the next 2 weeks that we can eat. home. It's actually been 4 hours. We got caught up in the pouring rain, and so if I'm looking wrinkled and drenched and, you know, nappy, it's because I've been soaked. And I'm also burning up because after carrying all of the groceries in, I got Arthur changed and cleaned up, and he's in his walker here, so that'll keep him entertained for a little bit until it's time for us to do some tummy time, some play time, all the things. But let me go ahead and flip the camera around. I'm going to show you all of the groceries that we got for this week, get those put up, and do a restock. So we'll start with what I've got right here on the island. I picked up some honey wheat bread. David does sourdough, so he stocked up on that, but I needed some honey wheat. I got these brioche buns for our hot dogs on Sunday. He likes the potato buns, but they didn't have any. So I got marshmallows because I have some Rice Krispies that I don't want to go stale, so we'll make some Rice Krispie treats. This was a substitute. We did go in and get groceries and things, but we also did do a grocery pickup. So this was just a substitute because I had picked a different kind, but that's okay. That's just to go right here in our pumpkin. We'll restock it maybe one more time after this, and then we'll have to ease up on the candy. But I got some light brown sugar just to restock our containers. Lots of pastas here. This is for stuffed shells, the jumbo shells. Some brown rice to restock our containers. This is for that chicken Havarti dish, bow tie pasta, and then some elbows to go in our containers to stock back up. I got 6 cans of the mixed chili beans. I use this for various recipes, just good to have on hand. 4 of the Hunt's diced tomatoes. I got this chili sauce for our chili dogs on Sunday. I went ahead and got 2 of the ragu, the chunky pasta sauces for various recipes. This is a haul for longer than just a week. I did a huge stock. This is his formula or his milk. And they had it in stock, so it's the ready-made, the 360. So I went ahead and got lots of those, all of them that they had actually. And then the Kingsford, the light match, we needed charcoal, so we went ahead and got 2 bags of that. Here I got some wild cherry Pepsi for David. He's been obsessed here lately. Some waters. And then also while we were gone, our neighbor brought us some chicken. Some eggs from their chickens, and also some tomatoes. So that was a really nice surprise. So thankful to get that. This vegetable oil spray, that is for the grill. I got some more of the Dunkin' Original Blend coffee. I did make myself a coffee when we come in, so I'm drinking on that. But I got some heavy whipping cream for a recipe. This is super yummy. You can mix it yourself, but it's just as cheap and easy to buy this. I got some coffee creamer. This is the caramel macchiato, and then I've got some sour cream. These, the person picked them out, so I don't really have the right to complain, but those are the saddest, smallest looking little zucchinis. I like big zucchinis because we can eat a lot of that. What is it, sweetheart? Hold on just a moment. Okay, so I got some carrots of various forms, baby carrots and the long carrots. I got this little thing of broccoli for a recipe. I got some more ranch. This is our favorite. Okay, so Sister Schubert rolls is for the meatloaf dinner one night. I got triple cheddar and then sharp cheddar cheese sticks. This is 2 beautiful green bell peppers. This cheese dip is for a recipe. So I got some coleslaw for the chili dogs. These are the hot dogs that we got, jalapeno and cheddar. I've never tried these before. David wanted to, so something new. Havarti cheese. This is going to be for a recipe, new recipe. And strawberries, these are for snacking, but I also get these to go in Arthur's little thing that he can suck on to put in his mouth. And bananas, just a few of those. They didn't have a really good selection of bananas. I got 2 English cucumbers. Also, they didn't have any chicken salad this week, so that's okay. We can make our own if we need to. But I got some Ritz crackers, and this is our favorite popcorn of all time. And oops, dropped these in the floor. Hold on. So I got the Williams chili. Never tried it before, so we're gonna try it. And then the McCormick, the original. This one's always good. You can't go wrong with it. And here's the last of it. So I got some of these. He's never had these. They're teether, sweet potato, and banana. Now he has had both of these for 7 months and 6 months plus, and he liked those, so I just picked some more of those up. Now I know some people will say, oh, that's the worst baby food ever, and then some people will say, oh, that baby food is so good, you know, that's all that we use. Whatever your opinion is, whatever. A wide variety, so many different ones. So I picked up some fabric softener. I wanted to try something new, but I didn't have time, so that's what we got. I got some more spray and wash, and I needed just some basic fingernail polish remover. I got more baby lotion because we were out of it, and I got some half-gallon freezer bags, some toilet paper. I needed another SD card, so I never tried this kind before, but it's like much cheaper, so I just got that. And this is for me, actually. This is the kind of deodorant that my husband uses. I'm having trouble with deodorant. The native deodorant, it dried my armpits out. It wasn't my fave. So I've got this one with a scent of brown sugar and cocoa butter. So this is actually for me, and I'm hoping that men's deodorant is going to do it for me. Also did get a large pack of chicken, but I went ahead and put it into the refrigerator because I didn't want it sitting out, you know, with the rest of the food and leaking any kind of salmonella or anything all over the counters. And I also ordered a teether that looks like a carrot. We've had one of those, and Arthur absolutely loves it, and we've lost it somewhere. I'm thinking that it was in the stroller, and I folded the stroller up and it's fallen out in the parking lot somewhere, but that's okay. I placed an order for one and they didn't have it in stock, so it's gonna be arriving in the mail later today.
What's the angle? I'm not playing that game. It's the same business with a different name. Who's the target? Sorry, I'm not in the market. If I quit buying, you can't sell
the trick to keeping your brown sugar from hardening up? I would think that it would be like a super airtight container, which they do have a rubber seal on them, but I wouldn't say that they are just like the most airtight container, but they do a pretty good job. Like, as you can see, as I broke that up, it wasn't super hard and in chunks, because I've had brown sugar that you had to throw away, or you had to like run hot water in it to be able to get that out, because you just absolutely could not break it up. So these containers, they're doing pretty good. But I'm just curious, how do you keep your brown sugar from hardening up?
Born over a fault line, bad teeth and worse habits, high heels in a trailer. If you want it, you should have it. Cracking like a glacier. Any semblance of restraint. Simple observations of a tired out complaint. I get in my own way. 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 Amplifier washes, glass up in the sand, panning through the static for the sound of the friend. Underneath the bleachers, on the fringes of the game, chanting combinations of some tired out complaints.
So here we are. It's the very next day. By the time that I made supper, which was tacos and leftovers and just a hodgepodge, really, by the time that I fed Arthur and gave him a bath and got him in bed and then cleaned all of that up and did laundry and this or that and everything else, I was exhausted. So here we are. It's the very next day. It's a fresh start. And we're going to be doing a little bit of fall porch decorating, and painting this bear right here is going to be a part of that. So first of all, I need to tell you the story behind the bear of how I found him. A few weeks ago, there was a lot of construction going on with the outside of the log cabin. It was being pressure washed and stained, and different boards been taken down. Metal siding has gone up. I mean, like, there's been a tremendous amount of work done to the outside of the house, and it looks totally different. It looks really good, and it was necessary and it had to be done. But it was also very hard because Arthur, the baby, he does not like loud noises at all. Like the vacuum cleaner, his face turns really red. He holds his breath and then he screams at the top of his lungs. And it was the same thing with all the banging and sawing going on the outside of the house. He would look at me like, "Mommy," and he'd hold his breath and his face would get red and then he would cry. So we would stay gone all day, every single day. And we did that for about 3 weeks to a month. And it was, yeah, definitely a challenging time. But like I said, it had to be done. So I wasn't going to, complain about it. And we just dealt with it. But it was certainly stressful. And I had mentioned a while back that the house had flooded. And I didn't go into great detail about that. But see, what had happened is when the outside of the house was pressure washed, which they pressure washed the logs with bleach, to prepare them to be stained, to clean them. Well, that pressure washing come through all of the windows and the cracks in the house, and the house flooded. I have video footage of it. It was actually really insane. Um, and it did change the color of the logs on the inside as well. It like bleached the blinds, on the windows and stuff. It bleached the back of our couch, and my antique grandma's bookcase. It took the entire finish off of the top of it and ruined it, so on and so forth. But like, I had to call David at work and tell him what was going on, and he had to leave and come help me move furniture and stuff, because I mean, the amount of water that was coming in through the walls and stuff, it's just unbelievable. But I'm not going to insert that video footage because we're past that and we're moving forward and everything. But yeah, it was very stressful, but you needed to know that because we were out shopping. We went to Lenore City to the Goodwill, which is somewhere I've probably been maybe once or twice in my entire life. And Arthur and I, we were just shopping around. I'm like, I'm not going to buy anything, and I really wasn't in the mood for it either. And I walked around the corner and I seen this bear, and I thought, oh, what is he doing here? I bet he is really expensive, because you know that those wooden carved anything, but especially bear, are very expensive. And so when I walked around and I looked at him and he had a $4 price tag on him, I got super excited. I thought, okay, is it supposed to be $4 or is it supposed to be $40? Okay, so the more that I looked at him, he was missing a foot on the left back side, and then on the other side, he's missing a chunk of wood off of him as well. So he's been sitting outside and he's been weathered. But I thought, you know what? You can be flawed and be beautiful at the same time. That's definitely my story. I'm telling you, I'm totally different since having a baby. My stomach, my stretch marks, and even after having major surgery, like, I have big scars that I'm never going to get rid of. And so if you have flaws and you're imperfect, honey, you're going to fit right in, and you were welcome here. And I just knew that I could not leave this bear behind, that he had to go home with us, and we would find a spot for him and fix him up and give him a little bit of a paint, And I just thought that he looked like his name should be Sunny. Is that weird, by the way? Because I name things. I don't know if that's weird or if anybody else does that. Like, I have a green turtle that I will show you toward the end of this, and her name is Susie. And Susie has a big story behind her also, but she has been with me every single place that I have ever lived. And she's weathered, but I repainted her when I first got her as well. And I'll have you to know, after I looked at this video, I went and trimmed my hair myself. I really, really need to get it done. I have not had it done since I had the baby. So this is like 8 months of, we're just totally grown out. But you know what? I'll get it done when I get it done, which will be very soon, and it'll feel so good, But I'm just gonna put a few decorations out here on the porch. I would love to have some mums, and I may end up getting a pumpkin because my neighbor has grown a bunch of pumpkins and they want us to come over and look at them. And I know that, most people, when they have a new baby, they get a pumpkin and they put their baby in it and they take a picture. I'm going to have a big pumpkin because Arthur's in the 75 percentile when it comes to his weight. So we may do that, but I may put something out here. But you know what? In this season of life, I'm just not going to spend, $20 on mums, because if I'm going to spend $20, it's going to be on the baby, because you've seen how much stuff that, I bought for him, and I'm continuously buying for him, and I'm already thinking about Christmas and what I'm going to get for him. I'm going to go ahead and start buying for that now. I'm not going to go above and beyond, but I'm definitely, going to get him something. Come on now. It's his first Christmas, which is super exciting, but I'll show you what Sunny looks like here in just a minute. There's one thing about him is I wish that I would have left his little nose brown like this bear right here, but I didn't. I painted it black because if you look at Black Bear, their faces, they're black. It's not brown like this bear here, but I think he would have looked better if I would have left it brown. And also, if we just so happen to be out and about thrifting or something, or in a craft section to find a good deal, I might find some little eyeballs to go on him because his are missing, and I just think that that would make him look so cute. Here he is. There he is with his little missing foot. But anyways, he's not perfect, and yeah, I wish I would have left his nose brown, but other than that, I like how he turned out. So I'm going to put just a few things down here, and then I will show you what everything looks like. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video and say bye here because I'm pretty sure I've been talking for quite some time now. But anyways, thank you for being here and for watching. You keep fighting that good fight of faith, and the Lord willing, we will see you again in a few days. So I had to get the video footage later on in the evening because the sun, it was just too bright and I was burning up. So here is what the sky was looking like. It was just awesome. But anyways, love you. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.